Nakahanda manong sagutin ng kampo ni dating Senador Bongbong Marcos ang inihaing petisyon sa Commission on Elections ng isang grupo para ipakansela ang kanyang kandidatura. Ayon pa sa abogado ni Marcos na si Atty. Vic Rodriguez, sasagutin nila ang umano'y predictable nuisance petition sa tamang oras at forum matapos matanggap ang kopya ng petisyon. Tumanggi nang magkomento pa si Rodriguez sa umano'y isa na namang propaganda at gutter politics at nakafocus pa ang kampanya sa nation building. Nakasaad sa petisyon na hindi karapat-dapat na tumakbo sa anumang posisyon sa gobyerno si Marcos matapos nahatulan siya ng Quezon City Regional Trial Court noong 1995 dahil sa kabiguan nitong maghain ng income tax returns. Sa desisyon ng Court of Appeals noong Oktubre 31 taong 1997, nakasaad ditong bigong makapaghain si Marcos ng kanyang income tax returns mula 1982 hanggang 1985. Pero inalis ng CA ang parusang pagkakakulong sa dating senador at pinagbulta na lamang ito at inatasang bayaran ang kanyang buwi.
Bilang isang abogado, ako ay nagbibigay ng opinyon tungkol doon sa petition for disqualification na inihain ng grupo ni Carpio at ni Te doon sa COMELEC. Pinapa-disqualify nila si Bongbong Marcos as presidential candidate dahil daw meron daw itong kaso ng conviction sa tax evasion which involves moral turpitude. Yan ay isang malaking kasinungalingan. Sapagkat itong kaso na ito, na dati pa na meron ding disqualification case doon, yung mga kalaban ni Bongbong Marcos, ay nag-decide na finally ng Supreme Court noon pang August 2009. 2009 pa itong kaso na ito na-resolve ng Supreme Court at ang sabi ng Supreme Court, there is no tax evasion by non-filing of a return with involving a moral turpitude. Yun ang sabi ng Supreme Court. And yung case na yan is People of the Philippines versus Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and Imelda Marcos na merong GR number 130371 and 130855 doon sa records ng Supreme Court. So matagal nang wala yung kasong yan. Binubuhay lang nila sapagkat wala silang maibato kay Bongbong Marcos sapagkat siya ang nangunguna ng napakataas dito sa presidential election sa 2022. At yan ay hayag na. Kaya sila natataranta kung ano-ano mga kabalbalan ng ginagawa, kasinungalingan, at kung ano-anong paninira. Yan walang kakwenta-kwentang kaso yan sapagkat na-dismiss na yan ng Supreme Court. Ang sabi nga ng Supreme Court, there is no tax evasion which involves moral turpitude. Basahin nyo yung case na yan, no? GR number 130371 at 130855. Ang title ay People of the Philippines versus Ferdinand Marcos. Matagal nang na-dismiss yan. Kaya itong sila Carpio at sila Te, siyempre, naninira lang yung mga yan. Huwag kayong maniwala dyan dahil talaga namang mga kalaban yan sa politika, talagang ganyan lang ang kanilang technique. Sa halip na mag-isip kung paano tayo makakabangon sa ekonomiya, kung paano natin mariresolba itong mga problema ng ating bansa, ang ginagawa nila ay manira ng manira, sapagkat yun lang naman ang kanilang nalalaman, ang manira at manira. Malinaw yan na yung kaso na yan ay matagal nang na-dismiss. Meron ng final and executory decision ang Supreme Court noon pang August 2009. Napakatagal na. Kaya rehashed issues lang yan na walang katuturan.
Itong aking komento will be based lamang dito sa report ng, alam nyo na, yung Rappler. Kasi ito yung mouthpiece ng kampo ni Robredo. Sabihin na natin, let's be frank about this. Ito yung mouthpiece ng kampo ni Robredo. So, in other words, lahat ng the worst that they could charge against BBM nandito. So ito yung kukumentuhan po natin. So ang sabi po ng Rappler sa kanilang report, wala po tayong kopya ng petition, but we need to make a comment now para po hindi mag-abala o mag-alala ang ating mga kababayan, lalo na po yung naniniwala po kay BBM. Okay, the petition is framed this way. Yun ang sinabi ng rapper sa kanilang report. Marcos committed misrepresentation when he said in his COC that he was eligible to run, when supposedly he is not because of his conviction. So ang pinagbasihan po nila ito, ang sabi ng mga petitioner na tinik ni BBM yung no doon sa COC niya, kung siya ay nagtatanong if he has been found guilty of any offense which carries the accessory penalty of perpetual disqualification from office. Para po sa inyong kaalaman mga kababayan, pag tayo po ay na-convicted na hatulan, so meron yung penalty. In most cases, that is imprisonment. Makukulong po tayo, and sometimes meron ding kaakibat na fine. And sometimes din meron ding accessory penalty. Kaya nga tawag po doon accessory penalty kasi kabit lang po siyang penalty. Ang primary penalty po normally is imprisonment or fine, or imprisonment and fine plus accessory penalty. Kaya ang tawag, ulitin ko, accessory penalty kasi kakabit lang siya doon. But that must be specifically provided. So in this case, ang sabi po nila, si BBM was convicted under the 1977 National Internal Revenue Code. Wala pong accessory penalty doon. Pero ito ang kanilang contention, ang kanilang argumento. May amendment dyan, nung Presidential Decree 1994 at idinagdag sa 1977 Tax Code, kung saan ito yung basihan ng pag-convict kay BBM di umano, na may perpetual disqualification kapag ang offender ay public official. So si Bongbong Marcos at that time was the Vice Governor of Ilocos Norte. So dahil public official siya, may perpetual disqualification from holding public office. So ito yung pinagbabasihan nila. 1977 Tax Code, ulitin ko 1977 Tax Code, walang disqualification doon, walang accessory penalty doon. Pero may amendatory law, Presidential Decree 1994, na sinabi na kapag ang public official, ang akusado ay public official, may perpetual disqualification siya from holding any public office. So ito yung sinabi nila na ang tinik ni BBM doon sa kanyang COC ay no, na nagtatanong kung siya ay na-convicted of any crime involving with an accessory penalty of disqualification, perpetual disqualification from public office. But ito ang sagot ko sa kanila. Meron silang pinakita dito sa Rappler. Ito yon. Ito yon. Part ng decision ng Court of Appeals in CAGR number 18569. Kung makikita po ninyo dito, inacquit po si BBM ng charge under Section 50 of the National Internal Revenue Code for non-payment of deficient taxes. So malinaw inacquit si BBM for non-payment of taxes, yung crime for non-payment of taxes, non-payment of taxes. Ang kinonvict sa kanya is for failure to file income tax return. Yung pag-fail na hindi siya nag-file ng income tax return, pero acquitted siya doon sa failure to pay taxes. Now, kung makikita po ninyo ito yon. Inacquit si BBM ng failure to pay income taxes, deficiency income taxes, and then kinonvict di umano for failure to file ITR, income tax return. Magkaiba yan So dito walang tinanggal yung imprisonment. Walang imprisonment penalty dito malinaw yan, walang imprisonment. Pero pinapabayad siya ng deficiency income taxes with interest and fine of 30,000. Pero kahit ilang beses mong tingnan to, walang accessory penalty na inimpose ang Court of Appeals. So malinaw yun, elementary yan. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na he was convicted of a crime involving perpetual disqualification with an accessory penalty of perpetual disqualification from office kung wala yan dito sa order. Kung wala yan dito sa resolution ng Court of Appeals. Malinaw naman yan. Ito naman yung pinagbabasihan natin nila at tayo ito, walang imposition of accessory penalty of perpetual disqualification from public office. So, anong basihan nila, mga kababayan? Wala silang basihan. It's not in the resolution, no matter how you look at it. Rappler, tingnan ninyo yan. Walang imposition of accessory penalty of perpetual disqualification from public office. Now, ito, malinaw yan ha, walang inimpose na perpetual disqualification na accessory penalty. So therefore, baseless yung akusasyon nila. Now, sinabi din nila, okay, in the 57-page petition, they outlined the history of human rights abuses during martial law. Impertinent, irrelevant, immaterial. Hindi yan. Walang kinalaman dyan sa petition for nullification of COC or cancellation of COC. Impertinent, immaterial, irrelevant. Yung history of human rights abuses. The economic slump suffered under the dictatorship. Again, impertinent, immaterial, irrelevant. And the rampant corruption that happened during martial law or during Marcos's father. Again, Your Honor, that is irrelevant, impertinent, immaterial. Walang kinalaman yan for the grounds of filing a petition for nullification or cancellation of COC. Irrelevant, impertinent, immaterial. Hindi kailangan yan. Walang silbi yan. Dinagdag nila because the purpose is it's simply black propaganda. Paninira lang talaga yan, mga kababayan. Now, ito pa. The petitioners claim that aside from failing to pay ITRs in the amount of 5,800 pesos, 5,800 lang ha, hindi rin daw nagbayad yung pamilya ni BBM ng 23.293 billion pesos in estate taxes. Para po sa inyong kalaman, estate tax is the tax due on the estate that transfers from the decedent to the heirs. So pag namatay po tayo, yung estate po natin, yung properties po natin will to be transmitted by succession sa ating mga heirs. So that's when estate tax comes. So estate tax is payable by the estate as a separate paying entity or the executor of the estate or the heirs. Now, 23 billion daw yung estate tax. Hindi naman nila pinakita kung anong mga properties ang namana nila BBM. Hindi pwedeng mag-invento tayo ng numero. You have to show kung aling mga properties ito were transmitted at the moment of death. Because estate taxation happens only at the moment of death when there's transfer of property by succession. So, ipakita nila kung anong properties. So, hindi pwedeng magbigay ka lang ng 23 billion in estate taxes and worse, mga kababayan. Sabi nila, the estate of his father who holds the Guinness World Records of the greatest robbery of a government. My God, hindi ebidensya yung Guinness Book of World Records.